And supply of free water to thousands of slum dwellers and pedestrian pathways within Nairobi's Central Business District has earned the new metropolitan boss, Major General Abdalla Badi, a satisfactory compliment within his first 100 days in office. President Uhuru Kenyatta saying the Nairobi Metropolitan Services has started the journey of reclaiming Nairobi's once famed tagline, the green city in the sun. Enock Sikolia looks at the boxes the president ticked to give the NMS a pass after 100 days in office.
A sight of a young girl in Uhuru Kenyatta waiting for her bucket to get full. Before today, it was impossible for her to imagine holding her waist as water twinkles into her bucket. It's still sinking in that she can now fetch water without having to push through a crowd or having to wait for hours on the lane.
Maji at least tuko na maji ni free pale, tunachota vile tunataka. Kitambo tunanunua huko saa zingine tunauziwa 20 bob, 30, but for now tumepata ya bure, sasa tuko at least.
It's part of the slum upgrading program the Nairobi Metropolitan Services has been undertaking for the last 100 days it has been in office. Uhuru Kenyatta is one of the biggest informal settlement in Nairobi with a population of close to 500,000 people. Here, houses are parked just a meter or less from each other. Poor drainage and sanitation and lack of running water has resulted in disease outbreaks.
These areas have suffered a lot due to lack of access and lack of services, that is water, power. You find that there is a lot of or illegal connections, and so our job is to make sure that that is done.
These were just part of the directives President Uhuru Kenyatta gave to the NMS after he successfully elbowed Governor Mike Sonko off key functions of the city county.
Evidence of this progress can already be seen. Our neighborhoods are beginning to look cleaner, and we have hundreds of young people, especially those in vulnerable communities in the city, who are today earning a living, and thousands of households are receiving water closer to home.
One of the biggest challenges here in Uhuru Kenyatta for decades has been poor road network and accessibility. But according to the Nairobi Metropolitan Services, once this is done, that will be a thing of the past.
Hizi njia zimefunguliwa zitatusaidia. Kukiwa na fire tragedies kama juzi mtoto alikufa pande hii, unakuta gari kama inakuja ya fire extinguisher inaweza kutusaidia.
According to the program, the Mukuru Informal Settlement Renewal Program is just a test on how the government can ensure every resident lives in dignity.
This is encouraging, but we cannot but emphasize that much work still remains to be done. But what NMS has demonstrated during this period is that the task before us is not impossible. It is indeed achievable.
The president says reclaiming Nairobi's lost glory should remain the horizon for the NMS team. Indeed, a total overhaul is required to make Nairobi City a beautiful, healthy and attractive place to live and work. Probably, as the president says, signs are there. The journey has begun, but the ride is expected to be bumpy and rough for the team. The city is yet to hit a desirable level of cleanliness. Waste collection and disposal remains a challenge, with the sector being held hostage by what has been termed as entrenched cartel system. NMS says the corruption snake will not be allowed to put its head into its operations and management.
Cartels are groups of people maybe who want to take advantage of situations, but they must be allowed to do that. If you don't allow them, if you don't give them the opportunity to do it, then they don't do it.
NMS has also been challenged by the head of state to ensure city dwellers have access to affordable, decent housing. The president placing the affordable housing program squarely under the belt of the Badi team. Well, the head of state has given a pass to the Nairobi Metropolitan Services, but going forward, the team led by Major General Abdalla Badi will be put on a high scale. Enock Sikolia, Citizen TV, Nairobi.